Hello, welcome back to another fantasy football video. I hope everyone is doing fantastically well here with another video ahead of the FPL 2021-22 season. Going to be dropping these every single day at 9 PM, so be sure to be around when they drop. Today we're going to be taking a look at premium midfielders, kind of going through and discussing what different options we have and which we can really go for ahead of game week 1. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you do enjoy the style of content, and well, let's get straight on into this one. So first things first, we're coming in to the main man, Mohamed Salah, coming at 12.5 million this season. So he is still very expensive at 12.5 million. Obviously last season picking up 22 goals with 6 assists, coming in with an expected goal return of 0.59 and expected assists of 0.19. So we're almost expecting an attacking return from him every single game. As you can see here, got a very good start to the season as well, playing against Norwich, then Burnley, Chelsea and Leeds. So definitely not a bad start to the season for Salah. I think most people have already kind of locked in that captaincy on Salah for game week 1. I'll kind of discuss later where I think potentially there may be other players who can go for instead. But just, yeah, generally Salah looks like a cracking option going into this season. However, as I say, his price is creeping up, to 12.5 million. Were he 13 million, I think people would have a few more qualms about whether to put him in the team. And that is only 0.5 million more. However, Salah is one of those players that we kind of just stick in our teams for the majority of this season and just expect him to do very well. And as we can see from the kind of other options around here, which we will come on to, he probably does look like a very good option at 12.5 million. And talking of, we come to his teammate Sadio Mane, who comes in at 12 million. He scored 11 goals last season with 7 assists. And the funny thing is, he actually had a very similar kind of expected output to Salah, with expected goals of 0.48 and expected assists of 0.25. He's almost expected an attacking return in every single game, and obviously having the same fixtures there as Salah, playing for Liverpool. They have a very good start to the season, I would say. Now, the thing is, comparatively, it's just for me a no-brainer to go for Salah. The pricing, I think, with Mane this year is quite poorly done. If they'd have put him at 9.5, 10 million, even 10.5, there's a bit more of a decision to be made. There's more of a discussion to be had. But with the stats we've got from last season and just generally how both players were playing, the fact that Salah has got the penalties as well on top of Mane, there's just absolutely no doubt that Salah is just the much better option in this case than Mane, especially if you want a Liverpool kind of premium asset. Now, the next player we are looking at is Raheem Sterling, the man currently on absolute fire during the Euros, or was on absolute fire during the Euros, coming in at 11 million, got 10 goals and 9 assists last season. Now, the thing with this is you can kind of see very similar stats to last season if you look at the likes of Rafinha, the likes of Harrison, both of whom are priced at kind of 5 million less, or 4 to 5 million less than Raheem Sterling coming into this season. So for me, for Sterling, it's definitely a wait and see. Obviously, playing for Manchester City, any player for Man City in any given game can go absolutely flying. So I can definitely see at some point during the season people bringing in Sterling as kind of a differential captain at some point. But I think for the majority of the season, Sterling probably will be a differential. Obviously, Man City not having the best of starts, not the worst of starts to the season, playing against Spurs, then Norwich, then Arsenal, then Leicester. And I guess for Manchester City, unless they're playing the likes of kind of, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, their fixtures, they're going to be okay, and you're going to want attackers from their team. However, as I say, with the stats that we do have from Sterling last season, and no kind of real indication that he's going to be getting kind of full 90 minutes every single game, he's still going to be rotated, and for an 11 mil asset to get rotation, it's just way too much money to pay for a player, as I say, who is going to be rotated. Next, we come on to Raheem Sterling's teammate, Kevin De Bruyne, who comes in 1 mil more expensive at 12 million, picking up 6 goals and 12 assists last season. Now, the really interesting thing that I find about Kevin De Bruyne is how good his expected return stats are. With expected goals of 0.45 and expected assists of 0.549 even, that is as close to an expected goal per game as I think you're going to get. And obviously coming in there with 19 bonus points, only 2 off Mohamed Salah, and Salah got way more attacking returns than De Bruyne did last season. So it kind of shows that De Bruyne is very good for bonus points as well when he does get the returns. And with De Bruyne, he did obviously have that injury towards the back end, or kind of halfway through last season. De Bruyne is a player that, when he's fit, Pep does like to play him kind of very consistently, as you know, Man City do rely on him in terms of going forward. However, when he was injured, that reliance did kind of decrease a bit, with the likes of, Ferran Torres, the likes of Gundogan, really kind of stepping up and performing at their best. As I said with Sterling, the fixtures with Manchester City doesn't really matter. You're probably going to want one of their attackers at some point in the season, especially when, they're potentially going, when they go on that run where they're just, absolutely dismantling teams. If De Bruyne emulates the season that he had in 2018-19, then I think for 12 million, he could actually be worth it. But with Sterling, I think it's very much a wait and see. De Bruyne is a player that I can see people wanting and maybe potentially transferring the likes of Salah out for at some point during the season if he is absolutely smashing it. And the final player we come on to today is Bruno Fernandes, another man who I think people are just going absolutely gung-ho for, putting straight in their team. Now, I will actually have to check this because I've got here that he is 12.5 million. I'm pretty sure actually that he might only be 12 million. But obviously, Bruno Fernandes last season absolutely smashing it. Yeah, he does come in at 12 million actually. So I'll change that quickly. But yeah, for 12 million, the attacking returns that we see here, 18 goals and 14 assists. Obviously, like Salah, is on penalties, with an expected goal return of 0.46, an expected assist of 0.33, coming with 36 bonus points. The guy's just an absolute no-brainer. He seems to just pick up points even when Manchester United are playing poorly. Even when he's having a bad game, because he's on penalties, he will just always seemingly pick up points. I think with the premium options as well, you want players who you can captain. Bruno Fernandes and Salah, they rotate all right for captaincy. And what I said earlier about, potentially not going for Salah as captain is because Fernandes has this home game against Leeds. Now, with fans being allowed back into the stadium, it's likely only going to be home fans. Now, Norwich being newly promoted, Liverpool going there on the first day of the season, you could see Norwich actually really kind of putting in a performance, whereas a home game against Leeds, Old Trafford, Manchester United are going to be absolutely up for it. And we saw last season against Leeds, Manchester United, especially Bruno Fernandes, I think he got double-digit hauls in both the Leeds games. So whenever they played each other last season, Manchester United absolutely smacked them. So that's definitely something to consider. We've got Southampton, Wolves and Newcastle as the rest of their first four fixtures. And I mean, yeah, you just really can't look past the fixtures combined with the stats from last season. For me, Fernandes is like an absolutely cracking option, coming in at 12 million. And as I say, a very good captaincy option throughout the whole season as well. So if you have enjoyed this quick little look at some of the premium midfielders ahead of game week 1 of the FPL 2021-22 season, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on kind of what premium midfielders you'll be going for, and also hit the subscribe button if you are new around here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.